Welcome to Unsolicited Advice. I'm Nobody Who's Somebody, Penelope.
And I am Kevin. I'm just giving you just one man's opinion. That's all it is. And we're coming with another heavy topic today. Very controversial, of course. Talking about race. And this is, there's so many different umbrellas you can go into, but we got a few of them. A few certain hot topics that we're going to get into today. Hopefully we don't push too many of Penelope's buttons, because this is one of her extreme border points. She already ready to fight me, you know what I'm saying?
No, I'm not.
She already there, but before, just like we do anytime, we're going to start off with a reading, man. So this reading is coming from the book of Isaiah, chapter 40, verse 30.
31.
31? Oh, my fault, I'm on the wrong one. Verse 31. But those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. So, may the Lord add a blessing to the reading. That's how we say after our church. May the Lord add a blessing to the reading and hearing of His holy word.
Amen.
So if you get weary, the Lord will bring you through.
Right.
And so, like I said, so now we talk about race today. One of the big things in the news lately that's going on is culture vultures. That's what we call them in the community. You know, cultural appropriation and assimilation. We're going to kind of dive into all of that. One of the major topics I was telling Penelope about was internet star Bad Baby.
I don't even know who that is.
Yeah, I don't know. She was on Dr. Phil. What's her name? Producer?
Daniel Bergoli.
Daniel Bergoli. You know what I'm saying? That's her real name. She's Googleable, but she was. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? I'm not Googleable, but she's Googleable. So, but she was on Dr. Phil's, and she, the Catch Me Outside girl. Some of y'all may know her as that. She wanted to fight the whole audience. She was talking real hood, real tough at 16. You know what I'm saying? Now she's kind of an internet celebrity. She has songs out, so I guess she's a performer. She is a performer. Let me not disrespect her craft as an artist. But
So she got popular based on bad behavior?
Yeah, she did. She challenged the whole audience. Told them, "Catch me outside." You know what I'm saying? Catch me outside, and nobody saw her. So her legend grew. Huh?
Did you like this?
Yeah.
Okay.
So her legend grew. And well, now she's in the news lately because she was wearing box braids to the back, and her skin was definitely tanner than normal, and she received a bunch of backlash from the black community talking about she's a culture vulture, stealing our style, trying to look more black, or another term they've been throwing around is blackfishing, when people do stuff that's super hood or supposed to be urban black culture and they're not black. So the question is, is it a big deal? Because her argument was that, well, in response to her wearing box braids and stuff like that, there are a lot of black women who get their hair straightened or wear weaves that make them look like, their white counterparts.
Well, that's because, like, in the workplace, and, like, I used to be married to a Marine and stuff, and even on the base, the women would have to fight and talk to their command and, get letters and stuff just so they can have braids and stuff, because it's like, okay, I got to get up at 4 o'clock in the morning, I got a PT, I'm out in the hot sun and stuff like that. I don't have time to constantly be doing my hair, or if I do my hair and I start sweating, it's going to result back. And then if you have some of them that go swimming and stuff like that because they on a rescue, or if they're going to be on a boat, so they would do this to protect, so that'd be one less thing they got to worry about, because they trying to save the country, so that's the reason why it's a thing. Just like that young man who was wrestling or whatever, the referee was going to cancel the game.
Yeah, I remember
if
that.
he didn't cut. So why did you wait to the last part when you know this boy is about to win to say you're going to disqualify him because he got dreads on and he just like, forget it, just, cut it out right there at in that moment, in that point in time. Then you have a young boy, this is a long time ago.
I told y'all she get hot.
He had a mohawk. The parents had to bring tribal papers and all this to say this was their religion and what was the history on the mohawk and stuff. Why do we have to go through all that? I mean, that's crazy. That's when it gets to that point when we have to go through all the struggles that we go through to prove or tell you why we do what we do, and then somebody else of another culture just gets to put it on because it looks pretty and it looks cute. It's our story. It's not their story. Just like I lived in Hawaii, and some of the tattoos that they would have on, they said it took them 3 to 5 years to earn those tattoos.
Right.
And it pisses them off when somebody can just go into a tattoo shop and say, oh, I took a picture of this person's arm and I really like that tattoo. Can you do this for me? That tattoo means something to their tribe, their culture and stuff. So that's the reason why, people say what they say. And like when I was in Hawaii.
And a lot of people do get tribal tattoos too. I mean, I've seen them on a bunch of black people who I'm assuming aren't Samoan or from Hawaii.
Right, and you should know what it is. I mean, we're African of descent, but I'm not about to have just any, African statue in my house. I need to know what it is. You mess around, have something in here, and you have some heebie-jeebie stuff, happening. Just like in Hawaii, I was about to buy this keychain. A woman stopped me. And I was like, you stopping me, but you selling this to tourists. She was like, well, I got to, feed my plate. And she was like, I'm just resonating with your spirit. And I was like, yeah, because I was asking her questions. It wasn't like I was just about to, oh, this is cute, I'm going to buy it. Because I kept asking her questions, she was like, no, you don't want this. Then why are you selling it to people?
I mean, people want what they want. I mean, same way you can see, like, white families adopting a black baby. If that's what they want, that's what they want. It's more, I mean, especially being in America, our right is in the Bill of Rights to pursuit of happiness. And regardless of whether in the Samoan culture they have to wait 3 to 5 years to get this tattoo, if I think this tattoo look dope on me, I'll get this tattoo. I don't give a damn about Samoa. You know what I'm saying?
That's not cool.
I mean, but it's almost, I feel like, and it may be just different being from me just an American, because I mean, I understand it's not like that all over the place. But here in America, that's why we're having so much problem with this quarantine like that we're supposed to be doing, because we do what we want. We pursue our happiness, and that's kind of our right that we take more serious than anything else as America. Before, I mean, just like the, I guess, freedom of speech is which allows us to do this show. But yeah, we, no matter what it is, so I can see if she wants to do that, if she wants to get the real locks, bad baby wants to get real locks, she should be able to do it. I mean, people who don't want to rock with her, don't rock with her. But people who don't agree, don't let her ruin your day. Why spend your time deliberately trying to break down this one person? I mean, if you want to fight the issue, I guess find a better way to fight the issue.
Well, I guess we need to do it in our own backyard then, because we're always quick, to jump on other people and other races and stuff like that. But how about the stuff that just go on our own backyard? Just like how much hell I go through for being light skinned. But my beautiful mother is the same complexion as you. So why does it make me, you down or whatever once you see my mother? And it's like, both of my parents are black. I just happen to be light skinned. So when people press it like, oh, you cool to be light skinned? No. Correction. I'm cool to be who I am. I'm Penelope. Like, my complexion don't have nothing to do with it. And I don't understand that. And a lot of times I'll be like, you don't know how beautiful you are? So then they change, because I'm not coming with them with assholeness or foolishness. I'm like, you're beautiful. So I really don't understand why you giving me this energy. My brother, my sister, whatever. Or I had somebody tell me, what's wrong with you? You ain't nothing but the house nigga. Like, really?
Woo. I don't even know why who say that in any situation. Like, what did they? I see your eye twitching again, man.
I'm sorry.
It's so heated, man.
I can't believe he said that to me, and then he was like, I didn't know light skinned people have problems.
Hey, I mean, there is a big, I guess mystique as far as with I mean, it's not mystique. I mean, it happens enough. Well, as far as the way people treat light-skinned people as opposed to dark-skinned people. And
well, I want to say thank you to my mother, my beautiful queen, my beautiful mother, that she never treated me a certain way because, I was light-skinned. Like, she never did it. So it never was an issue until other people started saying something to me. And I didn't understand. And it was just like, huh? What? Mama? Who are you talking about? My mama looked like you. What was you talking about? It just didn't resonate. So I have to give it to my mother because unfortunately there are some people who have light-skinned children and they treat them like crap. And I just really don't understand that. So how do we stop that? Because we keep talking about, other people of other races.
The way they treat us.
The way they treat us and hate us. But we, like my daughter and my son, I homeschooled for a long time. Until I put them in regular school for 2 years. And, at a certain point, my daughter was like, and my daughter darker than me, was like, I don't want to go back to homeschooling because I can't deal with these people. Like, they, calling me white, that's what, because she know where a noun, a verb, and an article, and a predicate goes, because she tries to speak proper English, because she articulates herself, enunciate and pronunciate her words, at some point. Time when she was listening to certain music or whatever. I never dealt completely with race because I just don't feel like that's something you should put on kids because they saw everybody. We lived on a military base. They saw people of all races.
Right.
When I needed to say something about, blackness or whatever, that's because if I saw some little white kid going around saying the N-word, and then, of course, I'm going to say something to their parents.
Right.
What the hell going on right here? But she was like, I don't want to listen to who is getting shot on the corner, or how big somebody's boobs and butt is, or how many times somebody bumping and grinding and that's and the other. So I'm listening to this because this is happy music and that's and the other, but other people was like, you're weird or something's wrong with you. And she made a lot of sense of what she was saying.
Yeah, my sister listened to a lot of, my sister didn't listen to a lot of rap. She definitely listened to more, light music, alternative stuff that, and I get it too. If the music doesn't apply to you, if it's not your lifestyle or anything like that, listen to what makes you happy. I don't feel like it should take your black card, because my MP3 player goes crazy too. You may get some David Bowie right after you get Rick Ross. You know what I'm saying? And then it'll flip over to Kirk Franklin. Who knows? Because that's just my palate.
I just remember my mother kicking my door down one time. I don't know who it was, if it was DJ Quick or was it Ice Cube. Who does Bitch Better Have My Money?
Bitch Better Have My Money. I think that's Too Short.
One of them. Too Short, Ice Cube, DJ Quick, one of them. She was like, what the heck are you listening to? And I was like, I like the beat. She was like, oh, hell no. You listening to Bitch Better Have My Money? I'll show you, Dr. Zaya. I don't want to hear that crap. And she was the one who made me start listening to the words. Just like, people surprised about R. Kelly, but look at this song. Ain't nothing wrong with a little bump and grind. Age ain't nothing but a number. He was already telling y'all.
Right. That's fair. So you think that black music kind of, do you think music imitates life then? Because, in our black music, you hear, this is my problem as far as, when you hear, the Black Lives Matter. In our music, more than any other genre, and that's across cultures, worldwide, but black music is so accepted to kill another black person on music. And because it's so repetitive, so I feel like because it's, no matter what track you listen to, nah, kill me a nigga, shoot somebody, bow, bow, it diminishes the Black Lives Matter. So it's like we want every other culture to understand Black Lives Matter, but then we don't treat it as such when it comes to devaluing our young black men's lives. It shouldn't be all these young rappers being murdered before they really get their shine. They get a little bit of fame and then somebody cuts them down. But it's in the music that, hey, it's okay to kill. I'm justified killing this black dude. He was talking shit, so I put a bop bop in him, bop bop 2 times.
So I guess that's the main thing. Before you can did I just spray? Sorry.
There we go. Appreciate it.
Before we sit up here and keep talking about other people and races, we need to do what we supposed to do with each other, which is love each other. Okay? Stop all this other stuff. Stop romanticizing, killing. That's taking a freaking life. Like, I'm NRA certified instructor, and I still do not carry my gun, because after being educated and going through the class, at the end of the day, if you want to steal my damn car, take it. You want my shoes, you want my clothes, I will give you whatever I have, and I will walk away butt ass naked before I shoot you. Because at the end of the day, even though what you doing is some BS, your life is more valuable than my clothes. Your life is more valuable than that car. But at the same time, when you see somebody have something, you do not have a right to take that from somebody. Nobody owes you a life. You want that car? Then go do what you got to do to get that damn car. I don't care if it is.
You have your hand kind of in the gun range too. I'm telling you, she be getting super heated, man. I'm trying to pull her back, man. But
and he does it. See?
She be trying to jump through the camera on
y'all. He's
man.
a prime example. Because of his spirit and because of his personality, he don't take my passion or when I get all into what I'm saying negative. He doesn't disrespect me in no type of way. But I have gotten a conversation with grown ass men, and because I guess I'm passionate about what I'm saying, then they belittle me or they try to, bring me, down verbally.
Angry black woman.
And all he did was just say something human, like, calm down, chill out, or whatever. That's what we need to do. Everybody has an opinion, just like everybody got an asshole. Or an ass, not an asshole. But you're an asshole.
Hopefully they do.
Yeah,
okay. Hopefully you got both.
But we have to do better. We need to love one another. You don't get to pick and choose who you love. That's the reason why God, whether you believe in God or not, or whatever deity that you pray to, when it says love your neighbor, it is easy to love somebody who treats you right. But it takes a lot more character to show love and compassion and respect for somebody who may not even deserve it. And sometimes because of your behavior and the way you treat that person, maybe that person will wake up. Just like when I see guys call certain women bitches and hoes and just like that or whatever. And I'm like, if you a king and you want to continue to be a king, just because that woman might have that bad behavior or low self-esteem or whatever, because you treat her like a human being, maybe she'll wake up and she'll start feeling better about herself and start carrying herself accordingly. But if a person is constantly being, browbeated and treated like crap and this and the other, then they're going to be like, you know what, I might as well do this because this is what people think of me anyway. Just like we sit up here and judge certain guys. Every black man is not a thug. I went through that where, cops jumping out on my son. And I went toe to toe with them. I was like, you profiled my son. He doesn't do anything. He was 14, 15 years old. Just because you looking for somebody that so-called might have looked like him, you sat up there and racially profiled the wrong person. And that's not cool. So even...
Did you get mad at an angry black woman?
Oh, I got so... He's like, what you want me to do? You want me to tell 60 cops leave? Hell yeah, leave my damn son alone.
There you go.
I don't know what the fuck you gonna do with everybody else. But yes, you're going to leave my son alone, because I'm going to tell you right now, if you don't, you're going to know my name. You will know my name. So, it is what it is. And then I had to keep talking to other police officers and, introducing myself. My son was getting irritated. He was like, why you always got to do it? I said, because this is what I got to do. So I do not hate cops. So I don't disrespect cops. And so I don't hold what they did to my son, all of them responsible. We do have bad apples, and everybody have bad apples in their race. And sometimes y'all prejudge based on some stupid crap that a human being did who happens to be black. That does not put all of us in that same category. We are all beautiful people, all cultures, and we all have something to learn from everybody. So this foolishness needs to stop. And it can stop is if we all reflect. But it got to start with us.
you get aggressive with this finger point right here.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
I mean, I just want to let you know. I mean, you know, it is.
This is
you know
the Bible, right? And
right.
Just like, oh, yeah.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? The Lord don't like you pointing on his book like that. So, look here. I mean, so as far as ways go, we're almost out of time here, man. Just 1 minute's opinion. It has to come be a form of respect and acceptance, man. I mean, there are white people. I know white people who do have more of an urban culture, and for any black person to look at them and say, "Hey, look, are they still in culture?" Well, if you don't know that person's story, you can't really say.
What about like Charlize? What's her name? Charlize or Charlize? A producer. What's her name? Charlize Theron. Charlize Theron. She was born in South Africa.
Right.
So she is white. All right. So I guess we gotta go because they acting stupid right now.
Yeah, her babies is very tripping. So, well,
I guess we can continue this. Go to $1 Million Project yahoo.com until we get another email if you want to make any comment sections, because right now the dogs is telling us to cut it.
All right.
I'm nobody who was somebody. Penelope.
And I am Kevin. It's just one man's opinion, man. Please feel free. Get into the comments. Let us know how you feel, and maybe we can retouch this topic as well.
All right. So my Cash App is The Real Massage Healer.
Mine is Kev71, ITSKEV71, and
so you can send like $1, but if you really, really like it, the episode, then in honor with Detroit 313, then that's how we know, like, yeah, you really, 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 really like it. Okay. Peace.